Here we go. All right. Get over here on my end. Mute that. Take just a second for all the notifications to go out. Let's see. There's one right there. It'll take it just a second. Everybody start popping up here on it. Let me refresh this time. We'll get it over here. Tater Nation. There's a Napa Brent. Trying to get it over here on my thing where I can keep up with it over here. There we go. Let's get it going right here. Right quick. There's a John boy. Let's see. Josh wants to know about the 562 XP. I've actually got one of them coming to me. 562 is a great saw. The thing I like about, I see SLC Farms right there. Move this on over here a little bit closer to me. I love the 550. The 550 is a very powerful little saw, but of course you're dealing with a 325 chain. So if you want that same power and a little bit more with a 3/8 chain, the 562 is the one to go to. It has a outboard clutch on it, so it pushes the chain closer to the center of the saw. So when you're rotating it or whatever, it makes the saw feel a little bit better, unlike the 572, where it's got an inboard clutch and the chain's further out from the side of it right there. Let's see. Okay, I see. Southern Dirt had to change his name right there, and I got stuff popping up on my phone. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit, Derek, about the mats and everything. That's the reason why this is called updates. I was sitting here, Wade was doing a live feed, and I was waiting on Wade to get done, and then where I could come on and where I could chit chat a little bit and everything. He just kind of wrapped up, so I got it going here. Let's see, Daniel, I'll answer this question right here. Daniel says he's finna buy a 572. What's my thoughts about the saw? I love it. I love it if you don't mind. You know, the thing about me and chainsaws now is comfort. And so I really like the 550 because it's so daggum light and it's so powerful. But you're limited to a 20-inch bar and you're limited to a 325 chain, which I'm fine with a 325 chain. I'm good with it. But, you know, depending on what size guy you are or anything like that, I can run a 550 a lot longer than I can the 572. And then, like I said, the 562 is kind of a happy medium between them. I had not run a 562 till I was at the show. And they kept telling me, because I kind of figured the 550 was going to kill the 562. But the 562 is a very impressive saw, and they're supposed to be sending me one. I hope I have it this week before the saw class and everything. I see there met Grant at the show. Let's see, I saw SLC Farms saying he wish he would have run one of those saws over there at the show in Moultrie. Y'all know we didn't have one person run one of those chainsaws in Moultrie. Not one person. And the people with Husqvarna that was there, Gary and David, that were Husqvarna, and then the dealer that was there, they had no idea who I was or anything like that. I had talked to David on the telephone, and he kind of told me, he said, you know, this is not a tree care show, Tim. He said, I'm not sure how many people was going to be here, and stuff like that. I told him, I said, David, I said, dude, I said, this is the heart of my country right here. This is where everybody is that watches my stuff. And I said, they're going to come. I said, y'all going to be surprised. And so I actually met with Gary Saturday afternoon on my way back through. And let's see. Yep. I talked to your dad tonight there, Barry. I talked to him about that tonight. And I was talking to Gary, and we were eating lunch together last Saturday afternoon. And he said, I said, Hope come back. He said, no. He said, ain't no hope. He said, you're going to be back next year. So I'm definitely going to be back at Moultrie. We're going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to work the crowd a little bit more. I want some people to participate, to run the chainsaws, because that's what they're there for, is a run. I mean, where else can you go and have 20 different sizes of chainsaws to pick from to run? And got instruction from, from all of us, from David and Gary and from me, or anything like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's man, woman, or whatever. Yeah, and SLC said he's coming next year for all 3 days, going to bring a camper with him. I'm going to tell you, the Sunbelt Ag Expo, if you're an equipment nut, or you're an outdoor nut, or in the lawn care stuff, the Sunbelt Ag Expo, if you're in the United States, I don't care if you got to buy a plane ticket, it's worth coming to it, because there is everything there. Eric just asked how the food plots are coming. I actually did some videos of them today. They did real good. So we got, there's a ton of people on here. I can't respond to everybody this posting right now and everything, but so the update, somebody, Derek asked about the mats and everything. So here's fixing to be the game plan on this right here. Friday, we were at 87 loads Friday morning, and we were going to try to hit 100, and we did. We hit 101 Friday, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. Down there, we got over 6 inches of rain down there between all day Friday night, and then yesterday all the way up till probably well on after lunch, probably 1, 2 o'clock. It finally quit raining. And so we are not going to finish that 40 down there. It's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. We're not even going to use the mats. We've probably got 25 loads on the ground down there on that 40 back there. And all we're going to do is try to get them out. We're probably going to do some, what we call rutting and gutting, to get those 25 loads out that are back there. Will we be successful in getting them out? I don't know. We may have every machine we own sunk to China by maybe Wednesday. Y'all may have stuck videos for the next 6 months to watch. We may have to have a helicopter to get stuff out. I have no idea. It's going to be bad, and it's going to be ugly. But we're going to try to get it. We can finish that front track. We don't like just about 3 acres on it doing it. But there's no way to get the other, man. It ain't happening. I mean, it's just not. It's not going to happen or anything like that. So, it is what it is. Sometimes you have that. I don't think I've ever seen it start raining and then not let up. I guess it was 3 weekends ago when it started to rain on that Saturday. And man, we've been getting it. Matter of fact, they're calling for major rain again Wednesday and Thursday. They kind of took the rain out of the forecast for today and through Tuesday. And I've got Hunter coming Tuesday, gonna cut my grass here at the house. It really don't need it, but I want it just kind of slicked up real good where it looks good when everybody comes in here for a chainsaw class this weekend. And And we're not even going to work tomorrow. It's too wet. It's too wet. There's no way. I spent 3 hours moving those mats around and everything like that. And then I tracked up to the, when I dug the beaver dam out, I was sitting on the right-hand side of that road. And then I pulled up there kind of on the left-hand side of that road. And I looked down at my Mini. And when I did, because it kind of felt a little funny, my tracks were completely gone. They were completely under the ground right there. And I told Derek and them when I said, dude, I said, yeah, a backhoe sucks in mud. I'm just going to tell you, I forget who just asked that. Dylan, yeah, if you're expecting to do anything on a backhoe in mud, you can about forget it, man. They suck pretty bad. They don't work too good. But I see there Brad, David Chain, Barry Reynolds. I talked to Barry Reynolds and his dad are coming this week in the chainsaw class. I've actually met Barry's dad one time already, and over in Jackson, South Carolina. And they're bringing some saws with them, but the saw that they're bringing with them, and I'm actually going to film this, and I'm going to let y'all see this part of it right here. I got a bunch of different saws going to be here. There's going to be some steels. There's going to be some Johnson Reds. Of course, I'll have Husqvarnas, but kind of the big daddy of them all is they're bringing me a 3120 to run. For those of y'all who don't know what a 3120 is, there is that's a 120cc saw that Husqvarna makes. They've got a 42-inch bar on it. You can run that saw with either a 3/8 chain or you can run it with a 404 pitch chain, which is a monster chain. That's the same chain that I run on my grapple saw, but it's got a 3/8 on it right now. That's what it's got on it. And I've never been able to run a 3120. I ran a Steel 880 one time. It's not quite. It's the biggest. It's the biggest steel that Steel makes, steel chainsaw that they make. And but this thing's gonna be a beast. Now we may take the 42-inch bar off and put a 36 on it or something smaller on it. Because, man, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all ain't never fooled with a long bar, that's a different animal to handle. I'm telling you, there's a lot of flex in the bar and a lot of centrifugal force there in it, and it's just a complete different animal to run. Let's see. I see there Stephen Hobbs. Let's see. Southern Dirt. So fill me in. Southern Dirt used to be Spradlin Excavation. Type it up. Why you had to change your name and everything, man. And that'll be interesting. Some of these saws that I will be running that the rentals are going to be bringing, they have had some work done on them. So you should be able to tell it in the sound of them that they'll have some work done to them. The thing about the show over there, the Sunbelt Ag Expo, is I had so many people come through there. It was insane. I mean, the amount of people that came through. I signed so much stuff. I took so many pictures with people. And so I wasn't sure how it was going to go because I had never been there to it before. And I couldn't really get away to run the saws a whole lot without, somebody else coming up. I'd look over there and Jill was talking to somebody, needing me to come over there. But we're going to work it a little bit different this next year, and it'll be good. And like I said, man, you run any of those saws. I think they had 20-something saws there. I mean, they had them from a Degum electric saw, the T540 top panel saw, everything, the Ranchers, the 550s, 562s, 572s, all the way up to a 395. They had them all. And we even next year, we're going to run the saws into some more chaps too. We ran it into one leg of a chap there on Thursday, and it was kind of a spur of the moment kind of deal. And so we're going to do some more of that. It is very painful to dig all that fiber out of the sprocket and everything. And let's see, in Southern Dirt. I see. Oh man, I see there Gerald Farms. Southern Dirt, the bigger you get and the more followers you get, man, the worse it gets too, dude. I mean, it can get really bad. You learn how to filter through people, and don't be scared to block people, man. Don't be scared to block. Let's see, Kevin Harris, he's a big logger over there on the east side of the United States. Kevin, we ain't even going out tomorrow, man. We ain't doing it. There's Adam Butler, Rada. He's my buddy from up there at Granville, New York. How was the ice cream? Dude, you gonna look like a hippopotamus if you keep on. I'm just saying. You gonna keep on. He sent me a Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat I only do it with people that I know. But Adam sent me a Snapchat, man. He was killing some ice cream a while ago. I see there Kenneth. Let's see. Yeah, the chaps, cutting them chaps was kind of, we're gonna do a little bit different too. We're actually gonna stand a log up. I'm gonna get them stand a log up, and we're gonna strap the chaps on so it'd be just like you're standing there, standing up, and I'm gonna hit it at a 45-degree angle, like if you're gonna hit yourself with it, where it pulls up, where it kind of rips up on the chaps. But you talking about violent? I had that saw running wide the heck open when I hit those chaps with it too. I see there Scott Howell. So you keep posting videos, Southern Dirt, you'll grow. You just got to keep. Let's see. Doc Holiday, Swamp. Where's the swamp at? There, Doc Holiday. There's a good chance, I'll go ahead and let y'all in on this right now. There's a really good chance that I will be in Oregon in February at the OLC out there. Already getting started on the show schedule for next year. If I go out there, I'll be with Rodebeck. Pierre hit me up on that Friday for that, and everything. Yeah, that was pretty cool there. Jackie, Gerald Farms, his name's Jackie, got some caps, and he brought them around to several YouTubers, and we all signed the caps. And then it's two caps. One's a John Deere, another one I believe is a Massey Ferguson, and he's giving those two caps away. So if you'll go over to Gerald Farms, just he's right there. You can see him in the comments right there, and you can get involved. All you gotta do is comment on the video and everything for the giveaway on that. And let's see, the biggest thing, ZJ Orvis. I know who you are, but I can't think of your daggum name. I talked to you at the show. He's talking about the chaps, the cheaps versus the good ones that Wrangler Star did a video on. The biggest thing about chaps, man, stay away from the apron chaps. They're okay if you got to wear them. That they'll give you protection and everything like that. But you need the full chaps, the ones that wrap around your calves back there, and make sure they fit good. Especially if you're running one of those high-powered saws, like a 572, even a 550, man, that thing's running like a scalded ape when that thing's running. And it's nuts. Yeah, David said he liked when I talked to Summitrio on Bobby Goodson. That was awesome. Summitrio didn't know who I was. All he knew is I was a dude with a camera on the job. And I just kind of got to talking to him, and he realized I wasn't just a visitor. He realized that I was a logger too, and everything. And he just kind of warmed up, and it was that was an awesome interview. That one was really, really good. I enjoyed the heck out of that one with Summitrio. It was very good. Let's see. Ryan, I don't even have a video ready for tomorrow at all. That time is it is 8:30 almost here, and let's see. It's Across, Georgia. It's gonna be down in South Georgia there. Yes, Bass Finder. I am in Columbus, Mississippi. Is where I'm at. If any of y'all are interested, I still got a couple spots in the saw class to sign up for, and you can do it all the way up to when the day of it and everything and stuff. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. I've talked to everybody about this gonna be here, and it's gonna be good. Let's see. Scott LaFavor wants to know when I'll be doing another saw class. I'm going to get this first one out of the way, and we're going to go from there. And if I do another one, it'll probably be in February. That's when it would probably be. I want to do it in the cooler months. And I've got some other ideas on the saw class. I'm doing this one here. We're gonna run saws. We're gonna make sawdust and everything like that. We're gonna do a lot of stuff with the saws running them. We're gonna start off kind of in my shop there, talking about them and going over some things on them, some stuff that I want to make sure that I see, things like that, safety wise and stuff. And then I'm gonna teach about saw maintenance, bar and chain maintenance. I'm gonna teach how to file saws, how I file them, how I get them as sharp as I do. And then we're gonna go outside, and I'm gonna teach how to bore, how to use the bar tip and cut with them. And then so I'm thinking about advancing the saw class too, offering like a if this goes well and the people that are there enjoy it, do an advanced class, actual where we're felling trees. We're going to go cut trees down and stuff. And, that won't necessarily be for somebody who don't have any saw experience. It's doable with somebody who don't have any saw experience, but it would really be preferred for somebody who had a little bit of experience. It would depend on how you handle the saw, what I let you do. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to let anybody get themselves in a situation where they're going to get hurt or anything like that. We're not going to have any of that. And then also possibly taking the saw class and going to some other venues, like abroad, like to a different state per se, and get somebody that's got a farm or something that will allow me access to do some do some sawing and stuff like that and everything, and and bring some people in there, do an all-day deal, and so I got some other ideas. The sky's kind of the limit. I just kind of this summer I kind of thought about it, and it all of a sudden it just hit me because I have so many people asking about chainsaws and about boring and about cutting and things like that, or just how to sharpen a saw. And I think it would be neat. That's one thing that I do is I'm trying to make myself available, because can't everybody come here to Columbus, Mississippi, where I'm at. I understand that, but I'm trying to get out as much as I possibly can to be in these different areas and stuff. If I do go to Oregon this coming February, that'll be a big deal because that'll get me over on the West Coast over there at a good venue. The Oregon conference over there that they have over there is a big deal, and it would be good to go over there and stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Look. Todd Gottshore is in the lawn care business. He just asked me, can I teach his poor brother how to put a chain on correctly, please? I've never put a chain on a chainsaw backwards before, but I have done it on a pull-through delimber, and I have done it more than once on a bell tree cutter. And put a chain on, jump back in there, and it wouldn't cut crap. And wonder why it wouldn't cut and jump out and the daggum chains on backwards. They will not cut if you put the chains on backwards, man. And let's see. Let's see. Oh man, smooch. I will have the mini out during the saw class too, because I'll be moving wood around with it. Ain't gonna be doing no back breaking stuff, man. And so that'll be pretty cool. My mini will be at the logging show in Starkville, Mississippi this coming fall. It'll be over there with it, and it'll have a Rotobeck RPA grapple on it too, and everything. And so that's going to be pretty neat. Rotobeck is building me an RPA and going to give it to me, and it's going to be custom painted, and it's going to have my my logo on it too. They're going to put my logo on it also, which will be pretty cool. I've never put gas in the oil tank. Somebody just asked that. I've come close to doing it. I've never swapped them by accident. But one thing I have done, and I've probably done this 5 or 6 times, I have picked the saw up, and for some reason it's always on the oil side, and wouldn't have the oil cap on it. Pick it up and dump oil, barn chain oil, all down my leg. I've done that about 5 or 6 times, and stuff, and all. But that show right there, that farm machinery show in February up there at Louisville, Kentucky, I was kind of looking at that and considering driving up there for that Saturday. Thought about going up there and attending that show. I'd like to come up there to it. I would be on my own on that. I wouldn't be anybody's booth or anything. I'd just be able to be me and wander around with a camera in my hand and harass people. You know what I mean? And stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Look back through the comments, see if I've missed anything. Yeah, if they give me a 562, you'll see it in videos and everything. And so that won't be no problem there. Yeah, do a mini class. Hey, whoever wins the 100,000 subscriber giveaway, when I do it, I did go over 75,000 the other day, and whoever wins it, they're gonna get to run my mini. We're gonna hang out here at the house, and they're gonna get to run my mini. Let's see. Yeah, I do need a golf cart. The only problem with the shows there, Todd, is, I would love to be able to wander around, but like with Husqvarna, I'm there, they're hosting me, and so I kind of have to hang out there. And Robert Reynolds, that Thursday, the show had kind of died down about 3 o'clock, so we started kind of breaking everything down, and so we kind of took our tent. Jill and I were in 2 different vehicles, and I got her on out of there about 1:30 or 2 o'clock or something like that to get back home before it got dark. And then I had some other stuff that I done the rest of the weekend. And we started taking everything down. And then come to find out, then Robert comes showing up. Like, I left, it was about 3:30 because I took a picture of everything I had packed up on the dolly, and I sent it to Jill to show her I had everything on the dolly loaded up, ready to go. And yeah, Tony said, "Go Astros." That's who Jill's in there watching him right now, pulling for them. And then Robert comes showing up after 3:30. He said he got there so late that they didn't even charge him to get in. They just let him walk right on in. And let's see, David wants to know what mill or forester do we law for. We cut for Weyerhaeuser. We've been cutting for Weyerhaeuser since 1996. Is how long we've been cutting for Weyerhaeuser. We've been cutting from, or 94, one of the two. It's I think we've been with them 25 years now. And so we've been with them a long time. Seen a lot of stuff. I see there Bradley from Princeton, BC, or no, not Princeton. Pentacon, or I don't know how you say that. That's too much for this old Mississippi boy to say. I see there Jacob. Let's see. I tell you, if you run the chainsaw very much, Lee Cooper talked about dumping bar and chain on in his leg. If you run a saw very much, you're gonna do it. It's a given. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let's see here. Actually, Lee, I was in South Carolina last weekend. Okay, Penticton. Okay, it's still hard for me to say. Appreciate that for putting that out there for me. Yeah, I bet Mountain Washington's covered. Heck, Mountain Washington had freaking snow on it in daggum May, the end of May. That was cool. Jill and I was talking about, that's Napa Mike talking about Mountain Washington. He's up there in New Hampshire, but Jill and I were talking about that yesterday. We went a lot of places this year, and man, it was that was awesome. That was really awesome. Let's see. Jake Kirby wants to know, could I make a pumpkin carving video with a chainsaw? And yeah, I could do that. I did it with a Milwaukee jab saw last year. We did a funny video with it. Smooch wants to know how Jay's doing. Jay's doing better. I talked to him twice last week. It's gonna be a while before y'all see him back. Todd wants to know about the weed eater string. The stuff that I'm currently running right now, and this ain't no BS at all or anything. And if something sucks, it doesn't matter whether Milwaukee makes or Husqvarna makes. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. But that darn 095, that .095 silver weed eater string that Husqvarna makes, that is some bad freaking stuff. That is some bad stuff. I mean, it's stuff's. I had it on the weed eater and I checked it to see what size it was, so I ordered some. And man, that stuff's it's some good stuff. And let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Christine, a lot of our wood comes in. Matter of fact, we're cutting in Alabama right now. Let's see here. Christina, we haul. They're over around Birmingham area over there. We haul the kayak and key that's over at Vance over. Sometimes it's right behind the Mercedes plant over there. We haul over there sometimes. Let's see. I see there Joshua. Let's see. No, David, it wasn't West Vaco. It's always been Weyerhaeuser's what it's always been. Let's see. Yeah, somebody else commented on Mount Washington. If you're ever up there in the Northeast up there, I highly recommend that. If it's during the summertime, be sure and take some winter clothes because it's cold as a well digger's butt up there, even during the summertime. And up there, let's see. Yeah, Thomas, they did the 1,000 sub giveaway. Pierre did that. It's been a couple months ago or so. Let's see. I will tell y'all this. I got a video I got to do. The Milwaukee sent me their switch tank. That thing's awesome. I used it last night spraying Demon out of it for spiders and stuff. I spray a lot of Demon. I buy it off of Amazon. I was buying it at a farm supply place here, but they closed down. And I mix it up and I put it in that switch tank. Well, the switch tank is Milwaukee's cordless backpack sprayer. And some goes bad to the bone. I've used it a bunch. That thing will squirt 30 feet. It'll squirt 30 feet or it'll squirt right there at you. You can set it however you want it. Great, great product. I mean, awesome. It's 4 holes, 4 gallons. Runs M18. But it's heavy. It is heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it's heavy. It's it weighs 18 pounds with the battery and no fluid in it whatsoever. If you put the fluid in it, the water, whatever you're gonna mix in it, you know, you're bumping 50 pounds in. And but a very good product. It's just heavy, just very heavy. And stuff, let's see here. So I always wonder where they got that name Kai Ken Keith from. So it comes from Kyle, Kenneth, and Keith. They're 3 brothers. We take telephone poles over. That's what we take over there. I see there Joseph from Greenwood. And let's see here. Just catching up on all this stuff right here. Go back over here where Well, Dan wants to know, how do I get time off with a small crew and everything? That's a good question. A lot of people ask me who runs the loader when I'm gone. My dad runs the loader. But that's a good question that Dan put out right there. I've worked for my dad for over 30 years now, full time. And we only take 1 week off a year when it's not raining, and that's during the summertime. And the rest of the time that we're off is on rain out days. Well, rain out days, you can't really do anything because it's wet. It's wet and muddy, just a mess. So I finally decided a couple of years ago that life's too short to work all the time. You know what I mean? And so most places, when you work a long time like that, you're going to have 4 or 5 weeks of vacation. And the YouTube thing for me is so big. YouTube for me is way bigger than my logging job is. Way bigger. And so I just decided that, and Jill works for the university here in Columbus. So she works for the state of Mississippi. So she has a ton of vacation built up this year, cruise and everything. So I started taking time off, you know, and we just have to deal with it as a company. But I'm not going to sit there and wear my body out. I've already had to have 1 major surgery on my neck. Had to have a disc replaced in 2013, excuse me. And you know, my dad worked at a plant in Columbus. He worked there for 33 years, and he logged when he took vacation time at the plant there, and that's when he logged and stuff. And then when I graduated school, then I was already basically working full time before I graduated school. And so just have to deal with it. And my dad's 73 now, and if he gets too old to run and do stuff and everything, I don't know what we'll do. But I'm not gonna hammer it out. I work all the time, but I also like to have fun too. You know what I mean? I like to go hunting. I like to travel. I like to get out and about. I like to see everybody and stuff stuff. So yeah, William, start you one. Just start posting videos. Figure out a schedule. Start posting videos. That's the only thing you can do. And stuff. So, but Andy wants to know. I'm the oldest. Yep, I'm the oldest. I'm 47. I'll be 48 this next year, and so I'm the oldest. Kevin is the next. I'm 4 years older than Kevin is, and then Derek is the baby of the brothers. I'm 8 years older than Derek is. And then my sister, Samantha, I'm 10 years older than she is. And she takes care of all the office stuff up there and everything like that. But there's going to come a time when we're going to have some other people running these machines. I mean, I don't want to continue, I don't want to continue running from can to can, because I'm going to tell you, last 7 weeks, like what we run, man, it takes a lot out of you. I mean, we worked some hours on that job, and let's see, yeah. Joe says he found running his own business is more work and stress. Yeah, it's true. And that's the thing about there's old Mike McCoy. That's the thing about YouTube is not only you work and post videos and stuff like that, but you got to deal with the comments and the people, and then the things that I do with the companies, whether it's Milwaukee or it's Rodebeck or Susquehanna or whatever like that. And I'm going to tell you, those shows and stuff like the Sunbelt Ag Expo, those 3-day shows, they're tough. If you want to find out what give out actually feels like, you go and stand up at one of those shows 3 days in a row and talk to probably 1,000 or so people, if not more than that, and shake hands with them and everything. That will wear you out quick, fast, and in a hurry, and stuff. But yeah, well, they understand, but it's just it is what it is. It is what it is. Brad, I really don't know what I did to hurt my neck. I just started having a lot of problems. I'm talking about a lot of problems. When this was in 2013, April of 2013, Jill's daddy passed away, my daddy-in-law, and when we were burying him, I literally thought I was gonna die. I was hurting so bad. I mean, I'd never hurt like I hurt in my life during that time. And it just, my arms were going numb and stuff like that. And so I was going to the chiropractor already, and they started really, really, really working on me. They ended up, I went and they put me to sleep 3 times at an orthopedic place. And I had those injections done, and got that done, and then that didn't work. I had three different injections done, and that didn't work. And so I finally gave in and had to do it. And let's see. So, yep. Tell him there, Tony, I saw that comment right there. That's right. Tell him. I think some people get jealous. There's some people I think just really are not even watch YouTube, I believe, and stuff. There's Adam. Talk to Adam a good bit, and stuff. And let's see. Yep, bulging discs suck. And everything. So far, I hadn't had any more trouble or anything like that. But I will say this: if I have to have any more surgery like that again, I'm not running the machine consistently like I'm doing now. That's for dang sure. Because I want a quality of life as I age and go on about. And I still want to continue to run saws. I love to run the saws and everything like that. But let's see here if I missed anything. Yeah, it'll get there. It'll get there, Tyler. It'll get there. I like doing it the way I've done it. I've done it all on my own. And see, Tyler wants to know how many my loader's got almost 18,500 on it. That's what it's got right there, and everything. So that's pretty good. Been pretty. It's done good. It's still a good machine and everything. And stuff. Let's see. James wants to know who's going to win the football game, GB or KC, 14-14 at the time. Man, that's one thing I don't keep up with is no football or anything. And let's see. No, Adam, I hope that I don't need anything to have to need a bar any longer than 36 inches, man. I don't like them long bars. They difficult. They're a different animal to run. They're a different animal. And stuff. Let's see. Yep. See Nick right there, Tony. Stuff. Let's see. The Spartan mowers, they look like beasts from a distance. I just walked by them. I didn't walk up to them and to really check them out. But they looked like they were well built. And Tyler wants to know about the hours on the 635. 635 is fixing to hit 10,000 hours on it now. And the 830, I have no idea how many hours on the 830. You know, I still have not sat in that machine. I have not cut one tree down with that machine. And I hope it stays that way. No. I see there, Brother Jamie. And stuff like that. I'll tell y'all a quick story about a watcher. It kind of surprised me a little bit. I'm not gonna look at the comments right now where I can kind of tell this because it's kind of caught me off guard. The way that we had the thing set up at the Ag Expo, you had to come through our tent to get into where the saws were, and it was cordoned off by square hay bales with rebar drove in them with yellow tape around them. And sometimes I would come in there and I'd sit down on the hay bale just to kind of rest my feet, you know. And I was sitting there, and most people that walked up would come to where Jill was first, and I kind of watch, and when I would see somebody there, I would stand up and I walk over there, greet them and talk to them and things like that. Well, I think it was the second day. About that time, this guy, I didn't even get his name or anything. Most people, when they come up to greet you or I'm greeting them, the first thing, they stick their hand out, you know, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. And they tell me their name, or I'll ask them their name or something like that. Just like that, I had this gentleman in my face. I was standing there, I was sitting there on the hay bale talking to David with Husqvarna. And I mean, this guy came past Jill, and just like that, he was face to face with me. Not, hi, I'm so-and-so, nothing. the first words out of his mouth was what was the deal with you splitting those oak logs with a chainsaw? Now, this is a video that's like 3 years old. I believe the title of the video is How We Make Lots of Money Logging. And it was kind of intended to be kind of a funny video, because what happened was we had some trees, some hardwood trees, that was too big to take to the chip mill. And so basically we were on our own land cutting this, and we treat it like we're picking up cans, pennies out of a parking lot. We're going to get everything we can. So we needed to split those big oak chunks. We need to split them to get them small enough diameter to go into the mill. So Kevin and I took 2 372 chainsaws and we ripped them, and then we took the loader and busted them in half. And this guy could not understand. All he kept saying was that was not practical. That was not practical. And I tried to tell him, I said, look, I said, it was a video. I said, a lot of the things I do in a video, I do it for the video. And I said, that's all we had. I said, it's one of those deals, you got to run what you brung. And that's what we did. We took the chainsaws. But he could not understand. The guy bought a ticket now just to come in there and confront me about that. And I'm like, what the actual heck, man? And I'm sitting there trying to explain all this stuff to him. He said, you should have used a slasher saw to try to rip them with that. I said, I didn't have a slasher saw. Didn't have one, And I thought to myself, man, you're one of the people that really just don't need to be watching YouTube. And so I told him, without making a scene or anything, because there were people everywhere, I said, man, you need to go on, And it was like a kind of snap with him or something. And he turned and walked out. And David looked at me, he told me, he said, man, you got to have some thick skin to do what you do, don't you? And I said, yeah. I said, some of the stuff that they said, I had somebody say something in one of my videos last night when I got up this morning about Anna Keat. I just immediately blocked him and everything. But it's a good video. Kevin and I ripped those logs up. And I mean, I don't know what the big deal was. I mean, people use chainsaws to saw logs up to make lumber out of and cut them up like that. People who don't have sawmills, works very well and stuff like that. But, people watch these videos and they get intertwined in them deeply and stuff like that. And, the thing about it is all of y'all, even the people, like, for instance, here, I can see names. You got Kevin Lewis, Tony Anderson, Matthew Hogue. I've met Matthew. Mike, Napa Mike, I've met Mike. Brad Muth right there or whatever. Those people like that, I can see names, all right? So then you look up here. I'm just going to use this for instance, the Southern Dirt 95. Well, that's Spradlin Excavation. He's over in Alabama over there, but I don't know who he is. He knows who I am. I post these videos every day, and you run into that. People know everything about me, but I don't know anything about them. So I can have somebody who literally hates my guts or something about something I said or something in the video that they got a burr in their satellite in their saddle about, and they can walk up to me with a smile on their face and shake my hand, but yet they hate my guts, and everything like that. And because the thing that I always remember, man, is when we did the last How Farms Work Farm Day last year, 2018, up there, and Wes, we were in the barn. Wes had his pickup truck pulled in there in the barn, and Ryan had his pickup truck pulled in there in the barn. and I was in between them. And Wes was on his tailgate, and Ryan was on his tailgate. And y'all know somebody came in there during that show and keyed Ryan's truck while we were there. Nobody seen it or anything. And just nuts, man. People are nuts. I'm telling you, some people are and everything. But but I like to have fun in the videos. Just like the video with me and Jill. The most comments that me and Jill got while we were at the ag show was a video where she and I cut that lid out of that drum down there. And that video is priceless because Jill didn't know, didn't have a clue what was fixing to happen, what we were doing. I just called her on the phone. I said, "Hey, baby," I said, "come down here. I need some help. Come down here and help me." And she come down there in shorts, flip-flops. She didn't have a clue. And so everything in that video, her expressions were complete candid, and just a hilarious video. But man, there was all that. Yeah. I agree with you there, Napa Brent. Let's see. Justin's up in got a tree service and landscaping company. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing about me. It don't matter whether you're watching me here, right here, or it's in person. It's no different. It is no different or whatever. Bagwell. Is Bagwell Farms here? There he is right there. Man, I done commented. Bagwell, I can't think of your first name right now. Shoot me a message with your, send me an email with your contact information on it, cottontop3@yahoo.com for me if you would. And he's over there in North Georgia. And stuff, let's see, Miss Suzanne. Yeah, that's right. John, get your names right, why don't you, man? Jake wants to know what machine will we buy next. I guess whichever one completely quits on us next and we can't fix it or something will be the next one we buy. Let's see, there. Shoot, I'm finna wind it up. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna wind this video up. Hope everybody has a good week. I worked on my shop. Y'all already see my shop. My shop is spick and span right now, man. And there's been some good people on here that showed up tonight that's got YouTube channels and stuff like that I've met. Gerald Farms, SLC. I hadn't met Spradlin Excavation, his new channel name right there. I see Wayman Waller. We're gonna get to use your heaters there this weekend there, Wayman, or whatever. But a lot of people here that I've actually met that's been on this feed tonight, and that's always good. I enjoy that, getting out. And going back to Lee there, I've actually met Lee and his wife. They've been in one of my videos too. So that's been pretty cool. Napa Mike, Napa Brent. I've communicated with Brad Muth a good bit, him and his wife both. So very cool. Matthew Ho, met him up there at the How Farms Work show. He's up there in that area. But got some stuff I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, kind of tidying a few more things up. I'm gonna go ahead and set the wood up tomorrow that we're gonna be cutting some blocks and stuff like that. I'm gonna do some stuff getting ready for that. And then I got to go back to our property. I was over there on it today. Over there, it's about 40 miles west of us here. And I put one of my feeders together over there. Had to rebuild a motor on it. I'm gonna go back over there and put it on, put out some more corn today, getting ready for gun season to come in. So I got a bunch of different odd name things to do. So the thing about it is people talking about haters and jealous people and everything. I told a guy the other day, he said something to me was getting on me pretty hard. I said, you know what? I said, I love you just like I love everybody else. And I said, I would give you the shirt off of my back if you needed it or any of your family needed it. I'd give you a shirt off my back. And that's just who I am. So appreciate all y'all tuning in. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.